Here we go, the matchup we've all been waiting for. Number 1 versus number 2, and off we go in the College Football Playoff National Championship in Santa Clara. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. First and 10, Florida. Now Reddick. And his first look is incomplete. For the Gators, they are in search of their 4th national title in school history. They lifted the trophy for the first time back in '96. And then most recently, they were champions in 2006 and again in 2008. Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. Here's Reddick. Underneath for Jennings. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Reddick sets to throw it. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
With one game of college experience now in his pocket, this young quarterback leads the Tigers up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick slant caught by Streets. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. But Charles, the success that this quarterback had in the semifinal, how does it translate here?
Well, it certainly helps his mindset because he has to have a lot of confidence going into this one since he did it so well in the semifinals. I do think we'll see a similar kind of offense. They'll find places for him to take his shots, and especially you have to when you've got a weapon like Streets on the outside.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he comes back with one complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they're spotted at the 49. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. There's this out for Streets. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take this in for a Clemson touchdown. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. Where do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Gators now with a 1st and 10. They'll run the option right here on 1st down. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a 1st down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, just like last play. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well. anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll run with Clements. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack. Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. On play action, they'll throw. Got his man on the comebacker. It's Arnold. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. 1st and 10, Florida. On the ground, it's Clements. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's going the other way.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you tip.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
They'll drop to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
He'll let it go deep for Streets. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken from just outside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
It's a big play there. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Let's go.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll try to run this one in, and he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So they opted to pass for it on third and goal. Let's see what they do on fourth and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on fourth and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
He's got daylight. He's at the 40, the 20. And he will take this in for a Clemson touchdown. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge it, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. What a story this would be. Clemson 1/2 away from a national title.
Hey, come on. Hey, you need to play better in the second half, all right? What? Just give me the ball, all right? Let me do my thing.
I agree.
Got it. Hey, you know how much this means to me, right?
Of course I do.
Then make it happen.
Okay, man.
Just 1/2 remains in the college football season as we begin the second half of this national championship game. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. They've got to like their position. They lead this championship game, 2 quarters to play. What's the course of action in the second half?
I think you continue to show your quarterback that you've got faith in him. Continue to run the offense the way you did in the first half. Continue to give him opportunities. But behind his back, head coach is telling the offensive play caller, if you see any moments where it feels too big for him, be ready to dial this game plan back.
They'll look to throw here. Open man here, Streets. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. If you were with us for the semifinal, we told the story. I mean, this is a quarterback who was heavily recruited out of high school 4 years ago on nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. This one complete to Streets. And they'll wind up getting this one all.
That's a 6.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. This will be a carry for Clements. And an alley to run. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards there, first down.
50, slant. Back to you. Check 26, check 20. Ready?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. Charles, we talked in the semifinal about Isaiah Street's brother Ezekiel, lost due to leukemia. Bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now Reddick. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's Reddick. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
No, they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Well, all the prognosticators have a first-round grade on Isaiah Street should he decide to jump to the NFL after this season, but all indications are that he wants to come back and play college ball one more year with his eyes firmly set on winning the Heisman Trophy, and you better believe that has the folks back on campus extremely excited. Back now here on EA Sports as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. He'll go back to Streets again. Why not? And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
That is caught. He's got Streets. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's got another first down, and he's also just a few yards short of 200 for the ball game. Clemson now with a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got another hook up here with Streets. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They're going to look to throw. That is caught. It's Streets. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Isaiah Streets, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. 2nd and 2. And that is caught. Touchdown, Clemson. Isaiah Streets, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And Clemson tacks on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more.
And he takes it in for a Gator touchdown. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Here's Florida now after the touchdown, back out to kick it off. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
Let's go.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
16 yards, a first down. Now that's a play that Isaiah Streets made time after time this fall on Saturday afternoon, and you got to think as this championship game continues to unfold, they have to find some way to slow him down, double team, just anything to disrupt him, because he has a knack for getting open and making big plays. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him.
All the way down inside the 5 to the 4. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Hey, you.
Again, he'll drop the throw. Again, he'll find Streets, the All-American. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2nd and 1. And that is caught. Touchdown, Clemson. Isaiah Streets there to make the grab. And Clemson tacks on to their lead. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Reddick sends to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Arnold. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 17. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 41. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want.
There he goes, left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Clemson. Isaiah Streets, 37 yards. And Clemson tacks on to their lead. Clemson coming to the line. They'll go for 2 here.
Hey, Charlie.
There you go, Charles. Apparently all she had to do was ask. How about that? His 4th touchdown pass of this championship game.
Give her credit for asking. Give him credit for living up to it. And I bet they're both relieved that there won't be another game. She might ask for 8 touchdown passes in that one.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Going to throw right side here, complete. A gain there of 21 yards. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The Gators now with a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. The Gators now with a 1st and goal. How about this story? Behind a quarterback who had taken a snap at a college football game until